Good morning, friends. My name is Kim. Welcome to Healing Cottage Homestead. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you with me today. Today we are going to make an easy recipe in the crock pot. It's not going to take us any time at all to put it together. We're going to just throw a few cans of ingredients in, and we're going to make crock pot chicken enchilada casserole. So first thing I'm going to do is make my life easier and put a bag, a crock pot liner in my crock pot. I got these at Sam's Club. There were 24 in a pack, and I forget what the price was, but it was quite a savings over what it normally costs when you purchase these. I think you get 6 or 8 if you go to the grocery store and get a pack, so this was quite a deal. Let's start with our chicken. And I just have chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs if that's what you like. You can use whatever cut of chicken you would prefer. I prefer chicken breasts. These just happen to be thinly sliced. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the fat off because I don't like to have that extra fat. And it doesn't take any time to get that off. It is a bright sunny Saturday here today. I am working, taking a break right now. Have my project that I've been working on since January 16th. It is due this Friday, and so I will hopefully have a break after that. I don't know if I've ever talked to you about what I do, but I handle regulatory and compliance for a healthcare insurance company. And I know everyone hates insurance, so I probably shouldn't share that, but I handle all of the regulatory and compliance for the provider side of the house, the provider network in Ohio. And there are tons of regulatory and compliance people. I only handle the Ohio Market Provider Network, and it was a promotion, and I will tell you that I don't know that I realized how much it was going to entail, because I think I've worked every weekend since January 16th, and I'm not a fan of that. But this deliverable is going to be turned in on Friday, and so I'm hoping, and I want you to hope with me, that I get a break. And my boss has been wonderful. I shared with you that I've been sick. I've had what did they call it? It's not regular pneumonia. It is not abnormal. What is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now, but it's basically walking pneumonia. And the fatigue is killing me. So I'll work until I'm so tired, and then I go to bed. And sometimes I wake up in the night because I've gone to bed at, a very early time. And so my schedule is just all messed up right now. And it, not feeling well has not made it easier. And I have an aunt that is in the nursing home. Let me wash my hands really quick. Okay, we're going to add some cumin to our chicken. And we're going to add a can of black beans that I canned, and I've already drained and rinsed these. We're going to add a can of corn. But anyway, I have an aunt who's in a nursing home. My stepmom called this morning. It's her sister. And I said, I really have to find time to go out and see Joy. But I've been sick, so I've had to be careful. And not just that I'm contagious, but that I don't catch anything from anybody else. So I've started wearing a mask when I go out in public for their safety and my safety. And anyway, she said, Joy just said the other day how much she missed Kim, and that just broke my heart. I absolutely hate that. So my boss has been very good and said that, you know, when this is over, she owes me some days. And I appreciate that. My old boss was like that. When you work all weekend, every weekend, it's nice to be to know that you're being seen. And so I really appreciate that. Now we're going to add a can of red enchilada sauce. And I added, you can add a can of green chilies. You know that I can't stand heat, so I had frozen this leftovers from a can that I opened, and I just took half of that and put in here. So we've got chicken, some cumin, a can of corn, a can of black beans, and a little bit of green chilies, and now we're going to add a can of enchilada sauce. And this enchilada sauce expired. I'm not going to tell you when, but I think it'll be okay. Smells fine, looks fine. Oh, I didn't mean to act like that was trash. But anyway, so I added my corn, I added the beans. That is literally it. So I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to put this on. Do I want to cook it on low, or do I want to cook it on? Let's cook it on low, and let's cook it for, let's go with 4.5 hours, and then we'll check it because these chicken breasts are really thin. So actually, I'm going to do 4 hours since the chicken breasts are so thin. So we'll check it at 4 hours and see how it's doing. But I think it'll be okay at 4 hours with as thin as those chicken breasts are. If you're using thicker chicken breasts or you're using chicken thighs, go ahead and cook it for 6 to 8 hours. That's totally fine. Or if you want to cook it on high, I have found the sweet spot with my slow cooker is 2.5 hours on high for regular thickness chicken breast for it to still be moist. So you have to find whatever that sweet spot is for your slow cooker. So we will come back in just a few hours and see how this tastes. Okay, friends, I took a break while this was cooking. I left and went and treated myself to a little bit of thrifting shopping, and went to two consignment stores that I don't get to very often, and I'll show you what I got while this is cooling. But take a look. Does that not look delicious? The house smelled beautifully wonderfully when I came in, and the recipe didn't call for any cheese on it, but I put a little bit of Mexican style, I don't know how you pronounce it, cotija cheese. But I got this, which will go in my dining room in on a shelf with some, I collect brown pottery and stuff, and I like birds really well, and I like Moody. So this, I really look forward to putting that in there. And I got a measure because I have my table is long, and on one end I have a vintage basket, a really old basket with antique wood bowls in it. On the other end I have an antique basket with old rolling pins and wooden spoons, and then I have a old suitcase with a stack of different types of baskets, and in that I have measures. So I'm looking forward to putting that there. And then I found this set of 3 candle holders that I'm going to put on my coffee table. So I was really excited about those. And lastly, I'm obsessed with boxes, and I also love brass. So I got a brass box, and it's vintage. So I was very excited about my hauls. So let's give this a taste. The chicken was fall apart. I used a as my grandma would say, a dipper, a spoon, kind of the ladle-y thing, and it was falling apart. So let's give this a taste. That is really good. You know what that would be good with? Is a flour tortilla. I would actually put that, and I have the low carb ones. I think that I will actually put that in a low carb tortilla. I might even put a little bit of salsa on it. Mild salsa, don't get me wrong. But that is really good. And really good for something different. I don't do a lot of Mexican style dishes or Tex-Mex or anything like that. So this is really, really good. And it's within all of the numbers we need to stay in. It's 463 calories, 24 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, so you're looking at 26 grams of net carbs. It does have 108 milligrams of cholesterol, but only 8 over, so I don't think that's bad. And 32 grams of protein. You've got your chicken and you've got the beans, so you're getting a really good amount of protein. And then I added just a hint of that cheese. This is what it is. So I get that at a market that I go to. It's called Far East, but so I get a lot of Asian foods, but they also have an aisle that is a lot of Mexican foods. So really enjoyed that store and really enjoyed this meal. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for coming along and spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. I'm up to, I think, 459 subscribers, so we're getting closer to my goal of 500. So hit that subscribe button and help me out. It also helps people find my content when they search for diabetic friendly recipes. And you know my goal is to let everybody know that we can eat tasty foods that no one would ever know are diabetic friendly, but while we're lowering our A1C, have blood sugar and our A1C. So you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm also on TikTok, but I don't post as many videos on TikTok because they have a 10-minute limit, and you know my videos are usually a little longer, but this one might. I don't know, I talked a lot in this one, so probably not going to make it. But anyway, I really enjoyed our time together today, friends, and I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care.